Hey guys, what's up? I'm gonna make sure we're in the right spot for 1 second. So, how are you guys doing tonight? It's like negative 65 out here. I'm not really digging that, but we're staying warm. I guess we are. Okay. Awesome. So welcome to Training Tuesday, guys. I've got some really good content for you guys tonight that I think is going to help with especially month end. But I'm going to be chatting, I'm looking at my notes here to make sure that I'm not forgetting to tell you guys anything, okay? So let's get into it. Let's see here. I'm going to find a way to make sure that you guys can actually see me and hear me. Okay, so let's get into it right here. So guys, we're going to talk about closing tonight because I think that's a topic that one, scares people. Two, people don't even know what closing is, right? They just don't understand what closing is or what they need to do to be a successful closer. Guys, here's the deal. People are not successful closers by accident. They aren't born with the ability to close sales. 99% of us in this direct sales business, guys, we're not salespeople, right? We're not. We're nurses, we're teachers, we're tax accountants, we're CNAs. We're not salespeople. But when it comes to closing, you need to be able to close a sale to be successful, but that doesn't come naturally to a lot of people. So you need to be able to develop this skill, okay? So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So closing, guys, what is closing? Okay, closing is nailing down that sale. It's getting a yes or getting a yes to another exposure. Maybe it's not a yes to your business. Maybe it's not a yes to becoming a customer of yours quite yet, but it's a yes that they're open to hearing more information, okay? So that's what closing is. The trick to closing is to act like a consultant and not a salesperson. That's the biggest mistake I see in this industry, is that when people go to close or they try to make a sale, they're treating this person like they're a salesperson, okay? We don't want to be having our customers, our potential customers, feel like they're a person in a used car sales lot, that we're chasing them down and hunting them, right? Our main goal is to attract the people that we want in our business. All right. And then we want to be able to help them as a consultant would. So start thinking of closing as you being a consultant and not a salesperson. Now, consultants consult. Okay. They have their client's best interest in mind, not their own. This isn't about making a buck. This isn't about hitting your rank. This is about helping this person, okay, and helping what they need, helping their biggest needs, okay? Think of it as you're consulting with them versus selling them stuff, okay? Because people pick up on that instantly, and guess what? Their wall of defense goes right up, okay? So talk to them as a normal human being. Talk to them as a friend, because you are there to help them, not to sell them on stuff, okay? So what do consultants do? Guys, they ask questions. Right? You can't help them if you don't know what their problem is. So find out what they need, and in order to help them and guide them to a decision that you're both comfortable with. Okay? So this is a 6-step process with a 4-question close. That's a mouthful to say. A 6-step process with a 4-question close. Okay? So I've personally sponsored by 3-way message or call, and you guys have heard me say these 3 things. So if you guys have been personally sponsored by me, you're gonna hear me say this over and over and over again, okay? For those of you that haven't been direct to me, this might be new information, but grab a pen and paper because this is gonna get real for a second, okay? So you've given the presentation, okay? Whatever that means, to Dare to Succeed, whatever presentation that you have, third-party tool, show them a video of what we are, what we do, right? And then immediately next, that's when we start this closing sequence, okay? They have to know the presentation before you can start to close them. Am I right? So the first question I ask, guys, is what did you like best about what you just saw or heard? Or you can say something about what caught your attention about what you just saw or heard. Note, it's an open-ended question. These types of questions elicit a positive response. So you don't really give them a chance to say like, oh my God, I hated it. right? They're going to go, oh, what did I like? I did like some things about it. Maybe it was working on my own schedule. Maybe it's that you don't have inventory to carry around or minimums. Maybe I like that, right? So guys, here's the deal. If something scares you, you're going to do everything you can to avoid it, right? So you're going to find something negative in it not to like it. I bet you 90% of you, when you were first approached by this business, were like, no, I don't want to do it because I don't have time, or like, it's just not my thing, or I don't sell stuff, right? Guys, it was scary to start. And so we came up with excuses and negative reasons why we didn't want to do it, right? That happens with everybody. So start them off on the right foot, elicit a positive response, okay? This is next, you're going to find their pain point, also called a hot button, whatever that is. What do they need? Are they looking for more money? Are they looking for time freedom? Are they looking just to help people? Guys, 99% of the problems out there are financially driven, meaning if you started a business just to put your kids through summer camp, if you started a business to, help bring in a second income to help your family out, if you started this to decrease your hours at work, all of those things are financially driven underneath, okay? And you have the solution to help them. So acknowledge it, all right? And then now you know what's important to them, so you can tailor your opportunity to fit their specific need. Emotionally connect them to your solution, whether that's a Smart Start bonus, sorry, my camera's going crazy here. So it's my beagle. You have identified their exact problem that they need, and you have a solution to fix it, okay? So let me ask you this. This is the second part here. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being you have no interest whatsoever, 10 being you're ready to jump in with me right now, where do you see yourself? What number do you see yourself at? That is a magic question, you guys, every time. This is a question that I asked in my closing sequence every single time, okay? Then let them answer. Don't talk them out of it. Let them give you an answer, okay? It allows you to get in their head and meet them where they're at. So if they're below a 5, guys, you've got work to do, right? They need more information. They need more education. They're not sold yet on how this business or product can benefit them, okay? Now, if they're, let's say, they're at like a 4, right? I would say, John, you said you're at a 4. Now, what info would you need from me to help move that 4 to a 5, 6, or 7? Okay, he's going to tell you his objection. He's going to tell you his why. Maybe he can't do this, something like that. So you're going to rectify the objection. Okay, so guys, you're always going to get the same probably 8 to 10 reasons why somebody can't do this. They're not good at sales. They don't have the money. They don't have the time. They have a full-time job. They're too much on their plate. Okay, they don't know the hair industry. They're not salespeople. Guys, you get the same questions every single time. So take note of the same objections that you get and then write down, like legit write it down in a notebook or in a Word doc, whatever, your response to these objections so that next time you encounter that, you know how to answer that and it doesn't throw you off guard, okay? I do have some answers to the common objections that we see in our business in the file section of our group page. So go ahead and check that out. But guys, you're going to learn how to answer those objections, okay? So learn to respond to them. Next, you're going to schedule a time for a follow-up chat. You're not going to move John's 4 to a 5, 6, or 7 and then close him right then and there. He needs more time. He needs more exposures to your product or to your business. So set a follow-up appointment on when you can do that, when you can get that done, okay? Now, if John says, well, really, I'm like a 6, 7, or 8, you have a shot to close them today. Let's get going, right? Say, I'm so excited to hear that, right? Then you move into the 4-question close, okay? Now, first question, John, based upon what you just saw or heard today, if you were to get started in this business with me on a part-time basis, how much money would you need to earn a month to make this worth it to you? How much money do you need to make a month? Let them answer, okay? Let them tell you what this opportunity can be for them, because another biggest mistake that I see in this industry is, let's say John wants to come into this business and his goal is to make $500 a month. Well, if I come in and I tell him, oh my gosh, you can be making $15,000 a month, like screw the 500, don't worry about it. I've now scared the pants off of John. He doesn't want to make $15,000. That seems so far out of reach for him that it seems like a big old scam. Yes, $15,000 a month is doable in this industry, in this business, okay? But if he's only after 500, let him tell you that and meet him where he's at, okay? So you're there to consult and not sell. Remember, you're there to help him and his needs. Now, don't be emotionally invested in his answer. Okay, most of our people, guys, most of the people in this industry oversell. Sometimes you're selling, like I said, a $15,000 a month business when they only want $500 a month. Okay, don't oversell it. Don't scare them away. Let them tell you what they need from this. Okay, so let's say John wants to make $2,000 a month. Here's your second question. Okay, great. About how many hours a week do you think you're able to dedicate to building a business that brings in that $2,000 a month? And again, let them answer. Okay, what if he says 8 hours a week? Heck yeah, dude, in this business, if you can give me 10 hours a week, 10 hours a week, I can show you how to turn that 10 hours in a week of income producing activities into at least $5,000 a month. Easy peasy. Okay, but they're not scrolling Facebook. You're not getting stuck in the scroll hole. Okay, the actual income producing activities, 10 hours a week, I can make you $5,000. Okay, but he has 8 hours. That's awesome. Okay, so about how many months would you be willing to work 8 hours a week, in order to develop that $2,000 a month income, right? Passive income is 6 months, is it 2 months? This is kind of going to gauge his perspective on your business. So if it's unrealistic, guys, you need to tell them. You're there to consult them. You're there to help them out, right? If they want to bring in $10,000 a month and they say, okay, well, I can work 2 hours a week and I'm only and I want to make $10,000 a month and I only want to build it for 2 months. You're going to have to say listen, that's a bit unrealistic, but if you're willing to change one of those 3 numbers, I can make this work for you. We can make this work for you. Either lower the $10,000 a month, so you work more than 2 hours, or you add a few months on, right? If you're only working 2 hours a week, it's going to take more than 2 months to build it up to $10,000 a month, right? You need to balance it out and make it actually work. So be a consultant, talk to them as you would a friend, guide them to a decision that's in their best interest. There is nothing worse, you guys, than signing on a new market partner who thought they could make $10,000 a month in their first week. And when they fail to do that, they quit the business altogether. Be realistic. Help them be a consultant, not a salesperson. Okay? The fourth part of this, guys, if I could show you, John, how to get that $2,000 a month that you're interested in making in passive income, working the 8 hours a week that you said you can give me over the course of the next 6 months that you said you'd be willing to build this business in order to get this income. Is there anything else you need to know before getting started? And then wait. Okay? 90% of the time they're going to say, nope, don't think so. Let's do this. Okay, let them create that reality, that opportunity that they can get excited about. Because remember, this isn't about you. This is about them. Okay? So lay out the game plan. Talk to them about Smart Start. This is where your onboarding comes in. Get them signed up right when they're ready. Don't wait until tomorrow when you have time. If you don't have time, get your upline involved and help them sign them up immediately. Okay, get them started fast, get them while they're excited, help show them the way and how to make this passive income ASAP. Okay, so here's the kicker, guys. This is what differentiates leaders, okay? Professionals, your leaders, guys, they detach themselves from the outcome, from the answers. They know it's a numbers game. Now, when I say it's a numbers game, I'm not saying treat people like a number because that will get you absolutely nowhere. What I'm saying is that this industry is not for everybody. Okay, you're gonna get no's, but that's the price you need to pay in order to get the reward that you want, right? If your goal is to be successful in network marketing and direct sales, you need to be willing to pay the price, and that price often comes in the forms of no. If you're not willing to pay the price, that's okay. That doesn't make you a bad person, but you need to realize that if you're not willing to pay the price to get that reward, you have no one to blame but you. Right? You can't blame the industry. You can't blame your upline. You can't blame me. You can't blame the business. This is all depending on you and your success and what you're willing to do to get that success, right? So 3 to 4 out of 10 people will say yes to the product or business. If you stop asking people, guys, that number falls to 0. Because if you're not asking people, you're going to get 0 people that are going to say yes. But if you're continually to ask people, about 3 to 4 out of 10 will say yes to you. Okay? Focus on education and understanding, not convincing someone to join you. Help them understand that what you have to offer can benefit them in several different ways, so make it personal to them. But that way they can make an educated decision on whether this is a good choice for them or not, okay? Always assume the answer is yes, but detach yourself. So don't get upset when they say no. Don't get upset when they say, you know what, it's just not the right time, maybe a little bit later. Do not be upset. Count that as, hey, that's awesome. I'm one step closer to hitting that reward because I talked to this person. Guess what, guys? They're probably going to come around and they're probably going to say yes to you in a while. Okay? It happens almost every time. So I want you to shift your mindset. Be genuinely shocked, not upset, but genuinely shocked when you hear a no. Okay? If you're not shocked, I want you to get your personal development on. I want you to get your professional development on. Get your mindset in gear. Okay? You should be assuming that everyone's going to say yes to you because you have a fantastic opportunity. You have fantastic products that you have to offer people, right? But you have to assume that they're going to say yes. They want to feel that energy from you. If these people feel like you doubt your products, your business, your opportunity in any way, guys, why would they join you? If you don't believe in it, they're not going to believe in it. Okay, you have to believe in the products, the business, the culture of what you have to offer. Okay? Don't be most people, guys. Don't hear no and go, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to bother you. Guys, don't be apologetic. If you found $100 on the street and you couldn't keep it and you turn around and you gave it to somebody behind you and they're like, no thanks, I don't want your $100. Are you going to turn around and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I offered that to you. I just feel awful. I didn't mean to bother you. Trying to give you $100 for free. I'm so sorry. Guys, it comes across as needy and is way less reputable. Be proud of what you guys are doing. Okay? Don't be pushy. Be proud. Okay? Prospects aren't joining the company. They're joining you. Why do they want you as a leader? You need to set yourself apart. Stand on that pedestal and say, you know what, guys? You get me. You get me. I might be brand new, but guess what? I'm going to kick it harder than anybody out there, and you get me to do this with you. Make yourself something to get, some prize to be won, okay? Because you need to put value on you, on your upline, on your company, but you overall is what they're getting to work with, so be proud of what you do, okay? So if you don't feel like a leader, guys, become one. If you feel like, I just don't know how to be a leader, that I can give you 1,000,000 different books, podcasts, videos, what have you, to become that leader. Maybe in your previous company, maybe in this company, your upline isn't doing anything. That's okay. Be the upline that you want to have. There is nothing stopping you. You are not succeeding in this business because you had a crappy upline. Okay, that's not what this is about. You can become the upline that you need. So be the leader that you want to be. Okay? Learn as much as you can. Say yes to new opportunities. Read, watch, learn. Follow those you look up to. There's this old saying that you're who you hang out with, the top 5 people, are who you become. Elevate yourself. Elevate your crowd. Elevate your tribe. Become the people that you want to be. That's serious, serious advice right there. My mom told me that like way back in the day, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, Mom. Like, I don't get it. I get it. She was so right. So guys, remember that you have all of us behind you, okay? We're here to support you. We're here to back you up. You're never alone, but you have to first put enough value in you and your ability to provide help to other people, whether that's through amazing hair or getting them a financial income that they've only ever dreamed about, okay? You have the ability to help people. So you do have value as a leader, and you should be incredibly, incredibly proud of that. So if you guys liked this training, if you got value from this, please throw me a comment in there. This will be up on YouTube a little bit later, so you guys can share it as you need to. But the main point, guys, is treat this as a consulting business. You're here to help people, not to sell people, right? I guarantee you that changing your mindset about that alone will change your entire business. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We will chat later, but happy Training Tuesday.